Hello, my name is Devin Knock, and today I'm going to be giving my presentation on organizational design, structure, and change. So the organization that I chose to talk about is JP Morgan Chase. And the major issue that they are facing currently is that they're under fire for freezing donations to Republicans who contested the 2020 election. From an article that I found, following a review, JP Morgan will this month resume giving uh, through its Political Action Committee, the PAC, but will continue its freeze on donations to a handful of the 147 lawmakers whom it had previously supported, the bank said. So the reason that this is a action that they are facing and the problem that they are facing is because as a company that should be giving money and through charity events, stuff like that, they are taking political action against other companies when being a charity should not really involve that. And that goes against their people management and their social commitment under the characteristics. So upon review of the fortune.com site for Chase, one of the dimensions that they're underperforming is using their use of corporate assets. As of early 2020, JP Morgan Chase reported loan losses of $18.8 billion, which is roughly $4 billion more than the next closest, which is Citigroup. This comes from lending out multiple different types of loans that go bad for a plethora of different reasons. And this comes back on no return from the company, and they must ask for money back from the Federal Reserve. And this is a bad thing because it takes away money from the American people to fund a company that is giving out bad loans to get interest rates back and having people create accounts for them and put money into the bank. They're making free money and they're making it, yes, legally, but whenever they give out loans to people with the money that they in return get, they aren't really caring about the type of loans that they are giving out to people because they know that they have the federal backing from the Federal Reserve. And this is a dimension that they're underperforming in, is because they're using their assets in a poor way that is making them lose $18.8 billion in the process. So their current organizational structure is just like any that of a Fortune 500 company. Back in 2007, JP Morgan Chase dutifully published this list of more than 300 subsidiaries that make up the bank back then. The list of subsidiaries of Chase and Co. Note that many of them are nested inside one another. In some cases, different subsidiaries own different parts of one another. And the reason that this is such an interesting topic for a company of their size is by having this many subsidiaries. It may seem complicated, but in reality, it helps shield their safe businesses from lines of risky ones. So this kind of goes in the case with, as we were talking about before on the last slide, about their corporate assets. If they do give out bad loans, they have other parts of their subsidiaries that can back them up and protect them from either going bankrupt or becoming a loss for the company as a whole. And that is their current organizational structure, where they have different levels and tiers of subsidiaries from their highest down to some of their smallest ones that do different things for the company. So the design of the company, Chase takes pride on their design scheme, especially with their mobile app. The app that they use, it helps improve the financial health of their customers. This is important because research has shown Chase's mobile banking base totals 12.4 and around 2/3 of their total customer base. And this percentage banks solely through their mobile app, and that while Fortune reported Chase has a 2 in people management, 1 being the best, this app is striving to help them move toward the category of being better for their customer base. Next, Chase's culture. Chase believes in diversity. That is the key to building a culture of respect. They state that they've committed to making their workforce, workplace, and marketplace diverse, inclusive, and accessible for all employees. Diversity is a key to improving their status in people management and social responsibility. As noted before, within the dimensions, people management and social responsibility ranked 2, and they're becoming more culturally diverse, allowing different types of racial people into their company, not just racial, but sex wise as well, and religious preference. Chase actually marked the #1 best company in 2020 for having the most diverse workforce in the country. Their influence on organizational effectiveness. Chase has a section within their organization called the control officers, and they assess the design and effectiveness of controls and uh, figure out the places to help mitigate key risks. They also create corrective action plans to address weaknesses with specific accountability and responsibility assigned for timely resolutions. This group is here to help build their current two in quality of products and services to a one. So by having this group within their company, it helps improve their organizational effectiveness by finding out areas that are key risks or that are problem childs kind of for creating bad products, giving out bad loans, as we were talking about before, and just help create an overall more effective workplace and not only give better back to the community, give back better to their customers, but also to the company as a whole. Our Is Chase a conscious culture? Chase offers numerous benefits to their employees and make sure that they are taken care of financially, medically, and also for their families for the future to come. Other than these normal health and financial benefits, compared to like companies that Chase goes up against and that they're competitors, they don't really stand out amongst them, especially with them being such one of the largest banks in the country. This is not very good. And there's a lot of things that Chase can do to improve upon this to become a more conscious culture. So a plan that I kind of derived up to help bring necessary improvements to this area. Chase needs to bring more benefits to their employees besides the bare minimum for a company as large as they are and as wealthy as they are. They should have no problem doing this. This meaning that they have plenty of money to be able to start projects and benefit programs like this for their employees to be more conscious and show that they can improve the lives of their employees and make these conscious changes while also bringing in a profit for the company. And so part of the plan to do this, they must ask their employees the benefits they would want and not just randomly picking. This shows that they are conscious and aware of the benefits their employees should have. So being conscious means that they are aware, like truly aware of the benefits that their employees are looking for and wanting to, and not just necessarily finding ones on a list or hearing from people and just picking whatever. If they actually listen to their employees and hear them out and do exactly what they're asking them, that is showing that they are conscious and they're trying to build a culture of managers and leaders that are conscious of the problems and things that need to be improved. Next is actually giving them out to their employees and showing that they can do these things and they can be more conscious. And this also shows to stakeholders and stockholders that the company still can become very, very profitable by investing in their employees. And while this would show that they are successful, this can also lead to more and more benefits, as well as the company becoming a reputable company known for having conscious culture. One of the most profound and most well-known companies that do this are Starbucks and Whole Foods. These two companies are very, very popular amongst all the people in America, and they are also two of the most well-liked companies in America as well. And this makes people want to do business with them, makes them want to work there, and this brings in more customers and more potential employees. So it's basically a win-win situation if they were to become more conscious. So a strategy to avoid, this one is kind of tough because of how large the company is, but it is still something that they should try to reach and strive for to do. So with a company as large as Chase and with all of their subsidiaries, change is very hard to be seen. Change cannot be a blanket, meaning that not every section needs to change the same thing and must change separately to create the chain reaction to be truly beneficial for the company. So this basically means that whenever different subsidiaries are having certain problems, Chase as a company cannot just throw a blanket change policy under and be like, all right, so because of this section of the company did this, we're going to create a whole organization-wide change policy. This does not work because some areas of the company already don't have these problems, but this part of the company does require change while some others don't. So this doesn't really create a whole flow and a process of overall change for the company. And this should definitely be avoided if they really want to see true and honest change in these certain sections or these subsidiaries. So some of the lessons I learned are kind of already what I spoke about before, but since Chase is a massive worldwide company with over 300 subsidiaries, they all must be managed and used to cover up and prevent potential financial losses. This is, while a very good thing, it is also a very bad thing for different reasons. So what I would do specifically as a manager, I would try to focus on my specific area within the organization and try not to worry about all the other areas, because the area that I'm in charge of is the area that I can control. I can see and be the overseer of change and see the actual problems going on with my area and figure out ways of fixing them and improving them. Here I can try to manage loans lost and try to bring in more accounts to bring in a larger profit margin to my section. This requires a lot of motivation on my end to get workers to want to work this hard and to want to bring in more people and want to prevent giving out bad loans. And the way to do this, provide benefits and rewards specific to those members underneath of me. By giving them the benefits that they want and the rewards that they want, they're going to work harder. They're going to want to try harder. They're going to want to be more efficient and more productive because they want the rewards and benefits that are specific to them under my management. And these are just some of the sources that I use to provide my presentation.